who really benefits from crime? Who actually benefits from it? I mean, people that sell alarms, people that make shatterproof glass, people that gravel your front of your yard. I mean, padlock inventors, crowbar benders, drug lenders, big money lenders, ice cream vendors. Boom. I'm going to be a poet. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. What am I on about? I mean, there ain't no long-term beneficiaries of crime, is there? I mean, your money runs out. People of all walks of life wise up to whatever you're up to. The locks get bigger. The alarms get louder. I mean, friends snitch on each other. People get hurt. Years get wasted behind the door. Years and years and years. I'm just talking about the criminal here, like, you know what I mean? Poor criminal. I mean, what about the actual consequences for the victim of the crime as well? I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, monetarily. What about the impact on their relationships with partners, kids, friends, family, their job? I mean, what about if they have to quit their job? That's a consequence. Might be too scared to leave the house. That's a consequence. But if they're too scared to take their kid to the park, no, we're a single mum. Her house has been robbed. Baby's room ransacked. Everything that's valuable taken out of there. Saving up money to go on holiday. That's been found in the sock drawer. Taken. You know what I mean? Imagine the trauma on her, the baby. I'm not thinking about that sort of misery while I'm out raving, buying a tracksuit, pair of TNs, getting on it in the hotel room, down Green Lanes in Ilford. Release the Kraken, mate. What am I talking about? Clash of the Titans was a shit film. The remake, anyway. I mean, I'll take you back a little bit, yeah. It's 2004. I'm in the police station, nicked for armed robbery. 6 armed robberies, yeah. Nicked for 6 armed robberies. And do you know what? Quickly, yeah, old Bill didn't even know who I was when I first got nicked, yeah. Alright, we got nicked in the car. Me and my mate, it was a nicked car, yeah. So we got nicked. 2004. Back in the day, it used to be the ink on your hands, yeah. Just put ink on your hands, put it down. You give a moody name, yeah. Because like by the time we got sent off and like they found out who you was, it was 2 weeks later. So you give a moody name, you're out of there. You know what I mean? So the life machines come in, yeah. So it's like a scanning machine. Basically, a computer. It's like a scanner. You put your hand on it, and it tells you you are instantly, yeah. So it weren't working. They just started coming out 2004, like roughly. You know, I knew I was wanted for these armed robberies. Yeah, someone had told me that they'd seen old Bill camping out up and down my house, up and down my street, and telling people it's for a parking ticket or something. When you know, or armed old Bill was shutting down the street for parking. So I was thinking, oh no, I definitely know what I'm wanted for. Anyway, I got nicked. Give a moody name, and then put on the life machine, the scanner. Whatever it's saying, 40, saying 40. So all day long, I'm getting brought there every now and again. Put on the machine. Who are you again? I'm saying who I am. Saying who I am. Putting me on the machine. Nothing. You know what I mean? Back in the thing. It's been on for hours. I know I'm wanted for armed robbery, right? I've been nicked for being a passenger in a car at this precise second in time. I'm thinking, please, mate. I've been bailed, man. I've been bailed, and I was going to do it old school way, the old school, on my hands, right? And that's been done. I've been inked. And I'm basically signing for my property, mate. Yeah, I'm basically signing for property. The geezer pops his out and went, "Oh, the machine's just popped back to life. Do you want to come on it quickly?" I was like, "No." You know what I mean? Trot it back out there, like head down already. You know what I mean? Know what's going to come up. Bang. Oh, look. Ah, there's been a development. You're gonna have to go back to yourself for a little while. I was like, "Oh, what's the development?" I will tell. We won't tell you in a bit. We'll introduce you to the flying squad. They can tell you. I was like, all right, lovely. I mean, interview now, yeah. I've been stripped of everything. Lacoste tracksuit gone. TN's one. TN's gone. Not one. Both of them. TN's gone. They've been replaced with these. I hate to make this about me, yeah, but my trainers are like, do you know when you get your stuff, you can get stuff brought up to the police station, yeah? I had these trainers brought up where they were like these green, like felt, made of felt, man. It was disgusting, like, yeah. Green felt Ben Sherman trainers. I mean, I was fuming. They weren't mine. God knows who they was, yeah. Like, this is karma. This is a consequence of crime. They were the sort of trainers that when I went on the yard, like once I ended up in jail and on the yard, yeah, everyone's walking around in circles, isn't they, along the path. I was literally walking on the grass so that people couldn't see what I was, to hide my feet in the long grass, because I was just so ashamed of these trainers. I was sort of wishing for like police issue plimsolls, mate. You know what I mean? Mate, they were horrible. Anyway, enough about me, yeah. I'm dealing with my own problems right now. So I've got the old Bill in telling me about reading out the statements from the people that I've robbed, from the people that basically have had guns shoved in their face, you know, said they're going to be shot, killed, and whatever, unless they give me money. They're reading out like the consequences of what's happened to them. People having flashbacks, scared of strangers, stop socialising, quit their job, suffering nightmares, forms of PTSD, ain't they, really? That's what they're telling me. I mean, I've literally seen a grown man, like, start bawling his eyes out, yeah? Run up in a gaff, gun out, swaving it about. A grown man, big, old, intimidating looking geezer, skinhead, big barrel chest, big arms on him, bawled his eyes out, head in his hands. Just, please, I don't want to die, like crying his eyes out, yeah? I'm heartless, I don't give a fuck, yeah? But imagine how, at the time I didn't care, but imagine how emasculated, is that a word, emasculated, he would have felt afterwards, once it started to die down a bit, and he's realising that he's just bawled his eyes out and crying in front of a premises load of people. I mean, and at the time, genuinely, they're reading all this shit out to me. I didn't care. I mean, I'm getting interviewed for 6 armed robberies, one after the other, yeah? So they're interviewing me for one, stopping the interview, giving me a break, interviewing me for another one, stopping, giving me a break, interviewing me for another one. And I'm giving no comment throughout the whole lot, yeah? It's draining. I don't want to try. It's draining. Like, oh, please feel sympathy for me. Don't feel sympathy for me. Do you know, I'm sitting in the cage, yeah? Outside, I'm in the cage bit. One of the flying squad geezers give me a cigarette. They're chatting, trying to butter you up in it, trying to get information while they're sitting there chatting away with you. You know what I mean? Pretending they're your mate, giving you a coffee and a snout, trying to nick little bits of information. How much was your trainers? You might accidentally slip up and tell them, which I did, and then they'll bring it up in an interview. Well, if you don't work, how much you're wearing £120 trainers? You know. But I'm out there just sitting there smoking a cigarette. Sweatbox has come in, prison van. Lid just popped up. Bang. This is at Barking police station, yeah? Little head popped out of a little kid. Don't know I haven't got a clue how the thing opened up. His head pops out at the top. You know how little kids are, mate. Wiry little fuckers, ain't they? You know what I mean? He's jumped up onto the roof. Old Bill seen him, oi, oi, like, you know what I mean? He's jumped onto the roof, onto the wall, over the wall's gone. Little bit of entertainment while I was there. He got brought back almost instantly, you know what I mean? But he went for it. You got, if you don't ask, you don't get, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're reading out all these things to me, all these terrible things that I've done, all these terrible, traumatic things, these life-changing things that people are probably going to be suffering with their whole life, and I don't care. I'm rationalising it and downplaying it in my own head. Oh, they're lying. Why are they going to care if someone else gets money taken? Like someone else's money gets taken while they're there. They just want a bit of they just want to claim up a bit of compo, criminal compensation fund or whatever. I mean, even if they was rightly so, they deserved it, you know. But I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. I mean, I've just been honest. I was a scumbag. I was an absolute scumbag back then. Consequences. I didn't care about the consequences for myself. You know what I mean? And what did I get for not caring about the consequences? Just from that, sent to Chelmsford, separated from family, wasted years of my life. I mean, becoming part of the system, which once you're part of the system, all you become is a pound sign to these people. People can say what they want about you deserve to be there and all that. Yes, if you commit a crime, you deserve to go to jail. But once you're there, you become a pound sign, and that's why there is no real rehabilitation. You are a pound sign. That's a consequence right there. The consequence is the jail system, which is a business, runs and it makes money every single year, it makes a profit every single year because idiots like me contribute to it. That's a consequence right there. We don't realise we're contributing to a business and we're not earning nothing. We're just getting years taken. But you know, more crime, more laws equals less freedom. That ain't a good thing, yeah. That is not a good thing, right? Some people say, and criminals are used as pawns in this game as well. Yeah, I'm really not saying poor criminals here. Criminals commit crime, get caught, and deserve to go to prison. It's as simple as that, and I include myself in that. But look at all the stabbings in London, just for instance. Yeah, I mean they could be stopped. I'm not a politician. I'm not old Bill. I'm not going to sit here and start saying, "Oh, this is how it should be done." Yeah, that's not what this is about. But anything that starts can be stopped. Yeah, it can be. It's left to go on and fester and fester and fester and get worse, and more people get stabbed. And they'll imagine if they didn't report it in the news and no one knew it was happening. Imagine that. Yeah, but anyway, that's a totally another story. Yeah, they let it get on and they'll report it to the news like it's a bloodbath out there, and then people will be begging to have their freedoms taken from them to protect them from the boogeyman. You know what I mean? People will be begging to have their freedoms taken away to protect them. It's always done in the name of to protect you. Look after 9/11, all those anti-terror laws that were brought in. Well, councils up and down the country literally use those anti-terror laws to spy on what you're putting in your recycling bin, and will use it against you in the court of law. I mean, legally they do that all the time. They'll use those terror laws to rape you. Not, I don't know why I said that word. Like, you know what I mean? You're getting, it's YouTube. I can't say that word, but you know, bend you over and anally invade you. All in the name of what? Do you feel safer because they can legally go through your recycling and see if you're putting a dirty peanut butter jar in there? I mean, what? Some people believe, I think I might even said this just now, more laws equals more safety. Other people believe more laws, more corruption. More laws there are, more abuse of power there is, isn't it? I mean, yeah, and they will literally use those laws to spy on you to see what you're putting in your recycling. I mean, do people feel safer with all these laws? All these laws that are in place now to ultimately, who did all these laws penalise? The law-abiding people. Think about it logically. You've got more chance of walking through London and getting struck by lightning 10 times than you ever getting stabbed. Yet all the laws that people are going to be clamouring for are only going to affect you. They're not going to affect any criminal out there. If you're a criminal, you're going to do what you're doing, innit? The law is going to affect the law-abiding person. You know? Just imagine if they said, "Oh, we're going to ban all knives." would all the, if they went like that right now to this instant, every single knife is banned in London right now. Every single knife's got to be handed in. Every law-abiding citizen abided by that and handed in their knives. Are the criminals? So, you know, what would stop? Nothing. Because the criminals are still going to be doing what they're going to be doing. Consequences for me because of my life of crime. I mean, consequences for me personally. I've been slashed. I've been kidnapped, dragged in a car, and had to get out. I mean, I've been hit round the head with bottles, iron bars, bits of wood. Fuck knows what else. Loads of things, mate. My head is massive, and it's like a magnet for objects. Yeah. I mean, I've been knocked out numerous times. I've had my eye socket fractured, robbed numerous times, stitched up by the old bill. I've put myself in a position to be stitched up, but I have been stitched up and they shouldn't be doing that. I've had my teeth knocked out. I've had my hand mangled up, scarred up. I've wasted years of my life banged up. That's a big consequence. And I've only just started to feel empathy for the victims of all the crimes that I've done. Literally only started feeling bad and feeling it in like genuine remorse and feeling it in my heart. Now, literally now, you know. If I'd have felt it earlier, I definitely wouldn't have created so much misery, you know. Here we go. Here's a consequence of crime for you. Off me nut, fell down 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, big ass concrete steps. 3 steps, cracked a rib. That's karma. That's a consequence. Unfortunately, when crime is involved, the consequences are far and wide. And if you don't want to be part of the problem, you just gotta step away from it. And if you're involved in crime, you are part of the problem, the massive problem of everybody losing their freedom. Oh mate, that got a bit deep. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, hit the subscribe and we'll chat tomorrow. Adios.